Hello there. What is going on, everyone? We're going to be talking some cool spoiler news today. So, spoiler warning for Mandalorian. We're going to talk a little bit about Season 1 and a little bit about Season 2, but no plot details or anything like that. Just possible rumors that are going around. So spoiler warning. Let's go ahead and talk about the big news. So, last night, rumors started circulating, stories started breaking that apparently Temuera Morrison has been cast as Boba Fett in The Mandalorian Season 2. And this is a pretty big deal because I have been calling this since first off, since before The Mandalorian started. I thought it would work, it would make sense, but especially since the episode The Gunslinger, when you had basically the boots of what had to have been Boba Fett kind of show up, and this is a pretty big deal. Now, I will say that there's a lot of mixed reactions from people. Some people are saying, no, just let Boba Fett be dead. We don't want Boba Fett to come in and overshadow the story of The Mandalorian, and I understand that, but I feel like Season 1 was strong enough that it kind of did establish the characters, the main characters, the principal characters have already been established. The show stands on its own. At this point, it doesn't need Boba Fett. This is just my opinion here. I don't feel like they need Boba Fett, but to have Boba Fett show up in The Mandalorian at least at some point, even if it's a small role, and rumor is it is a small role, so he's not going to be taking center stage. May just be, a cameo or something like that. But definitely, I think that could definitely elevate things a little bit. I think it could be fun, and I have no problem with it at all personally, at least the idea of it. Of course, we'll have to wait and see. But generally, I'm somebody who is ready to be entertained, ready to be pleased, and especially coming after the news of Rosario Dawson being cast as Ahsoka, especially with the end of Clone Wars and Ahsoka being at all-time high popularity. Like, it's just really a lot of stuff that sounds really awesome for Mandalorian Season 2, so I'm super excited about this. But there are some people saying, well, what if Temuera was going to play Rex or somebody like that? Well, there are some rumors that he might be playing more than one character because, as you know, he was a clone and he could play a lot of characters. He's certainly old enough to pass for a older clone, and again, we don't know how they're going to write the story of the clones, if he wanted to do someone like Rex, or if they were going to say, well, all right, the clones had the accelerated aging other than Boba, which Boba didn't. They could certainly make Boba look a little younger, but then the older clones, they could have been, maybe they just say, oh, they only have aging up until a certain point, and then it stops, or maybe they had to go find some kind of secret potion or whatever. Maybe they found a technique to slow down his aging and bring him in line with a normal person, so he could be playing more than one character. I think a lot of people would love to see Rex, especially after the Clone Wars. Rex is certainly a more flushed out character, so that is pretty interesting. But I'm more interested in seeing how they're going to bring Boba Fett, because we already had that episode. We already had the kneeling down, the whole gunslinger part, like that mysterious character with the Boba Fett sound effects. I have a feeling, I called early on, I could like a scene that would have made a little bit of sense here, and that is that basically, I would love to have seen a character, Temuera Morrison, like, kind of walk up into, like, just being shown without a helmet on, at a point where the Mandalorian, like, takes in a bounty, and then at a bar, kind of like that opening scene, and then all of a sudden, as he's sitting at the bar, he turns around, and he's like, that's my mark, and he's got one of those fobs, those trackers or something like that, and kind of, have it be like, what? And then, like, boom, Season 2 ends. Like, and that's his only role, is like that little tiny bit, and then you're spending the whole end of Season 2, like, you're spending the whole off season speculating on, like, whoa, was that Boba Fett? Was that a different character altogether? Was it maybe was it a clone who turned bounty hunter, or what? Who was that? And then Season 3 starts out, they fight, maybe they make up or whatever, and he goes off, and maybe he becomes a recurring character, or maybe it's just a one-off, but that all is really, really exciting. I think that the fact that they're being, like, that they're telling us that he's being cast, though, is kind of a bummer, like, because personally, I like to be really surprised by this stuff, but it's like, it's all over social media, so, apparently, it's not, not officially confirmed by, like, until it's, like, on the Star Wars show, and they're like, hey, I mean, they still don't have Rosario Dawson, like, officially announced, but enough people are basically saying it that it's probably true. But the other thing, and I want to hear from you guys in this, let me know in the comments below, do you think that this is all just a game? You think it's all just a big hoax, basically. They're just putting stuff out there to throw people off, right? I think something like that would be kind of cool, just to kind of play games with everybody who likes to, sit there and leak stuff, and, and then it would cast some doubt on future spoilers, like, wait, is this coming? Is this coming? Was that leak real? Was this leak real? So I don't really know what's going to happen, how big the role is, how small the role is going to be. Now, I do want to talk about a little bit about the book's aftermath, because a lot of you may be wondering, what is the deal with Boba Fett? Because didn't he die in Return of the Jedi? So in the EU, there was stories that are now just legends, so those are not canon anymore. But in the EU, he fought his way out of the Sarlacc. Dengar helped him out, and there was, Boba Fett had another ship. He had the Slave 2, and he had a whole storyline after Return of the Jedi. All that's gone now. But the current story that kind of hints at Boba Fett escaping from the Sarlacc is that in the Aftermath book, there was some kind of small set-aside stories that had nothing to do with the Aftermath trilogy, but they were basically about a sheriff on Tatooine. And this sheriff was some kind of like reformed, scoundrel type guy, and he bought from some Jawas a set of Mandalorian armor, which in the description seemed to match Boba Fett's armor. And then he decided to wear this Mandalorian armor and continue to go about his sheriffly ways and kind of take care of a small town. So he's kind of like almost like a redeemed dude. Now, I don't think there's a whole lot. I don't think that character, I don't even recall his name, because it's been a long time since I read the Aftermath books, but I don't think there's going to be a whole lot with that particular guy. And I think if we do see Boba Fett, he won't have his armor because, well, somebody else has it now. I think he will be in a different set of armor, and I think it's an opportunity for them to explore his backstory a little bit more. George Lucas had said that Jango wasn't a true Mandalorian, and certainly it was. It exists in the realm of possibility that Boba is not a true Mandalorian either. And that maybe that armor was stolen and not earned, and there's lots of legends, stories surrounding it, but we really need to see what the story is going to be with season 2. One of the things we know from The Mandalorian is it's not a birthright anymore. It's now a culture that you can be adopted into. That's what foundlings are. That's how they bring people into the fold. And then there's a whole new culture. They used to be able to remove their helmets. Now they can't anymore. So this is like it's a new whole like species or a whole new culture of Mandalorians now. And that's certainly the case. Now, Lando, who's supposed to be in bed right now, really likes Boba Fett, and he wants to come say hi also. And I've had some people, he jumps into my videos sometimes, I've had some people say, hey, your daughter's really cute. No, this is my son. He's just never had his hair cut. So he also has superhuman strength, and he's wearing a green shirt. Can you say hi to everybody? Hi. Okay, you need to go back to bed now, all right? All right, I'll see you later, or you want to stay here? You want to stay on my lap? Okay, so we're talking about Boba Fett. Also, I have a giveaway winner to announce, so I want to do that, by the way. So, and this is for the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. Congratulations to subscriber I am Legend 000. You just shoot me an email and we'll get you squared away. It's mailcrabbok@gmail.com. You can find it on my About page or at crabbok.com under Contact Me. We'll get your details. Now, for all you guys, if you are new here, I run giveaways all the time. All you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. You're automatically entered to win. Now, just because you didn't win this one, don't worry. There's new giveaways starting all the time. So make sure you click that subscribe button. Click the bell for alerts. And and we'll bring more information as we come down to it. Also, if you're interested, I actually do live, well, not really live, but I do basically videos, Mando chats after each episode of The Mandalorian, and I'll put a link over here at the end of the video for some of those Mando chat videos, because they were really fun and kind of just talking about The Mandalorian. Actually, they were live, as a matter of fact. But season 2 brings a whole new season of Mando chat, so that'll be exciting as well, because I think Mandalorian season 2 is awesome. And one of the things and the big topic for discussion, let me know what you think in the comments, is do you think Lucasfilm has kind of learned a little bit from some of their not so great, adventures with the sequel trilogy, and do you think they are going to kind of go a little more hardcore, kind of put more into the Mandalorian, since that was such an astounding hit. Like, everybody universally loves the Mandalorian for the most part. Do you think they're going to do more of that? I feel like they're going to kind of go all in towards Mandalorian and more hardcore stuff. I think the Cassian Andor series is going to be kind of like that. I think a lot of the future stuff we're going to see is going to be more stuff to appeal to some of the hardcore fans, while still having some family stuff. I think we're going to see more animated stuff too. But you think so? You think so? What do you think? Who's your favorite Star Wars character? Boba Fett. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't even know that. All right. Well, all right. I think you're just saying that because that's who's on the screen right now, right? Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Well, that's all I've got. I want to thank you all so much. I want to thank the patrons, too, on Patreon. You guys are amazing. And thank you for continuing to allow me to make these videos. So thank you guys so much. And as always, have a great day.